Hello, everybody! Welcome back to another episode of our Quest for the Lost. Now, I know what you're thinking. Why are you in the tower? Why aren't you in the helm? Well, actually, this one ends on a... Last week, we just saw Crow kill the scion in charge of the kind of mental interrogations. And Caital has asked to speak with him in the hangar. So let's go ahead and see what all goes on from there. We ended last week on a pretty big note, and let's see where they continue it off from here.
But the traveler's on our side, right? So why would...
With Caital.
Crow, how do you justify the innocent blood on your hands? It was honorable.
It was an accident.
A Cabal word for accident has two syllables. One is fault, the other responsibility. Honor the scion whose life was taken. A life for a life. That is our way.
That is your way, not ours.
You will not deny us justice!
Do what you believe is right. I did.
I will honor you. You demand a life for a life. Take mine.
Cabal reward bravery in the face of death. I accept. Your life is forfeit. You will serve the rest of your days on my war council as Brachus Forge.
Then it's done.
Zavala, you can't...
Not a word.
Bruh. That is not good. Oh no. So this is the exact thing we were trying to prevent at the end of Season of the Chosen with Zavala. So, Saladin now being a Brachus. What does that mean? That now means that Saladin always has top priority to... Oh, I didn't notice his little axe was here. I say little, but that's like a war axe. But his first priority now is always the Cabal. So if the Cabal and the Guardians ever go to war, if Empress Caital and the Vanguard ever go to war, Saladin has to serve with the Cabal. That's not good.
I suppose you're here to say goodbye, eh, young wolf? Or to demand to know why? Because I chose to. I saw you fighting alongside Caital's warriors on the moon. A strong alliance. The Vanguard needs it now more than ever before. But Zavala, I also saw the look in his eyes. He would have thrown it all away to protect one of his people. And for a time, he would have believed that was mercy. I'm starting to think people don't really listen to my stories. I was given a wish once, and I chose to fight a dragon, because we are what we survive. I will serve this alliance. My shoulders have borne more weight than this. My honor holds its luster through deeper stains. If this is the cost of tomorrow for the Vanguard, I will gladly pay it. Caital stayed her hand when I placed myself at her mercy. Because she chose to. That I can respect. I told Caital she'd have to kill me to keep me from the Iron Banner. She said that wouldn't be necessary. In fact, she has a few ideas of her own. This may prove interesting. I left something in the helm for Crow. If he's half as smart as he thinks he is, he'll understand what it means. Until our paths cross again, young wolf.
Huh. So, in doing that, he kind of helped force the Alliance to be where it needed to be. Huh. There's a calm, almost proud resolve in Lord Saladin's voice as he tells you why he demanded Caital take justice out on him instead of Crow. Because I chose to, he says. He knew the value of the alliance with the Cabal when he saw you fighting alongside Caital's warriors, and he believes that in a moment of misplaced compassion, Zavala would have thrown that alliance away to save Crow. For a time, he would have believed that was mercy, Saladin says, with an uncharacteristic smirk. He will go willingly to join Caital's Cabal, a life for a life to pay for the scion that Crow killed. If it is the cost of tomorrow for the Vanguard, I will gladly pay it, Saladin says. He will accept the rank of Brachus and serve aboard Caital's ship, though he will return to the tower to hold the Iron Banner. Caital seems interested in that guardian tradition. Until our paths cross again, young wolf, he says. And thus we start the next week.
It's over, Guardian. The Lucent Brood will never take the Scarlet Keep, and their invasion force is in shambles. I'm grateful Saladin stepped in when he did. He preserved the Cabal alliance without bloodshed. I'm afraid I was about to do something rash. All these centuries later, and Saladin is still saving me from myself. I decommissioned the psychic analysis program, against Caital's recommendations. I suggested she continue to collect the dead Hive lieutenants for incineration, though that seemed to put her mind at ease. She's been true to her word. Crow's life debt is paid. Our coalition is back on solid ground. I have my reservations, but Saladin believes this is the best path forward. The Scion is avenged in the eyes of the Cabal, a gift that I assure you is not lost on the Empress. And most importantly, humanity finally has a voice on her war council. We must respect Saladin's choice.
I'm interested to see where the story goes from here. Commander Zavala speaks of Lord Saladin with great respect. I am grateful Saladin stepped in when he did, he says. He preserved the Cabal alliance without bloodshed. All these centuries later, and Saladin is still saving me from myself. Empress Caital is true to her word. Crow's life debt is paid. Our coalition is back on solid ground, Zavala says. Caital will continue to secure the defeated Lucent Hive commanders for solar incineration. Her Cabal have seen Lightbearers revive too many times to take chances. But the Sciorium will not be repaired. Humanity will finally have a voice on Caital's War Council, Zavala says. We must respect Saladin's choice. Okay, so I need to delete a weapon on here in order to do this. Okay. Is that it? Oh, that's how it all ends. Is the season of... Oh, hang on.
It should have been me. I could have died for something I believed in.
You lack the self-awareness to know what you believe in.
Well,
Your mind is a storm of guilt, both your own and someone else's. We put a gun in your hand and told you who we wanted you to be. And now you're struggling to reconcile a lifetime of Aldrin Sov's experience with only a few years of your own. We all die a final death. Yours was not meant to be today.
I was wrong about you, Saladin. I'm so sorry.
I respect you for sticking to your convictions, but let this be another lesson. Doing what you believe is right, as you have, as I have, doesn't absolve you from the consequences of those actions. Someone must always pay the price.
I want to go talk to Crow. I wonder if he has anything to say.
Akora's been avoiding me.
I suppose that's for the best.
Do you have anything to say? Oh, I can't talk to you. And the door is still open, but everything is empty. Huh. So I guess that's it. Is this how we end Season of the Risen?
Guardian.
Lynn was just telling me you were on your way.
If that is the case, then I think I may have gotten spoiled by Season of the Lost by how long it was. But if that's the case, then next week we should have the Guardian games, if I'm not mistaken, based on what I have seen on websites and pulled data from Today in Destiny, where they show you the Eververse calendar and things of that nature. So let's go ahead and do just a little bit more to kind of put some meat on this episode. We're going to go ahead and do a PsyOps Battleground. But... Huh. The ending feels so abrupt. Probably because we were supposed to have ended it last week. But that ending feels abrupt. To just say they cut it off after now Saladin becomes a Brachus on the War Council, it's... Huh. Interesting to say the least. Huh. This being the kind of initial season for the DLC, like this is the season that came with Witch Queen, the same release time. This feels very much like a preliminary season, kind of just to get us where we need to be.
Preliminary recon suggests the Lucent Hive are stockpiling Guardian Light for some kind of ritual.
We'll destroy their stored light if we can. But our primary objective must be removing Hive leadership.
They've been ahead of us at every step. Time we caught up.
Also, I do want to take a second to brag. We didn't get an opportunity to stream. Something happened to kind of interrupt that, and I hate that that happened, but we deal with the cards we're given, not the cards we're given. And, but we did run the stream. We ran Vow of the Disciple, and it was so much fun. It's starting to become one of my favorite raids. It's a very fun encounter. And the thing that's interesting about it is it's one of those raids a lot like Garden of Salvation, where in a lot of the encounters, everybody has a job to do. So in some, like for example in Deepstone Crypt, there are instances where I'm gonna die. There are instances where like 4 people are doing things and you have 2 people who are just on ad clear. That's not the case for Vow of the Disciple, because everybody has a job. In a lot of these encounters, they're very much more demanding than other raids, and I liked it. It was very interesting. We were in very interesting dynamics, having to run around and do all these encounters. And if we run it again, and if I get the opportunity to stream it, I will more than happily grind through that. It was a very fun raid. We all kind of learned exactly how to do it. Part of me's kind of glad that I didn't, because that raid session ended up lasting 7 hours. Trying to learn how to do everything and get everything done. But we ended up ending at 5 o'clock in the morning, Eastern Standard Time. So, kind of glad. But next time might not be so long, so hopefully next time I'll be able to. Oh, hi. So also, by the way, well, I went flying. Interesting thing to point out. Saladin says, I was granted the mission. I chose to fight a dragon. There was a time during the Ahamkara hunt, the Great Ahamkara hunt, when the Iron Lords found an Ahamkara. So their whole thing is the Iron Lords are supposed to be like modern day knights and paladins and warriors. So they wished for the Ahamkara to turn into a dragon so they could kill it that way. And the Ahamkara gaining power from wishes granted it. Of course, you know who came out on top. We killed the last living Ahamkara, and Saladin still exists. And, but that's kind of what he's referencing when he says, I chose to slay you. I kind of liked the tone that he took that in, because I kind of lost respect points for Saladin after I heard that, because it was like, it doesn't seem like the very, like, wise thing to do. Crap. Well, we're all dead. How about that? But he kind of talks about it like an adult looking at his rambunctious teen years, like, okay, I acknowledge that was not the best thing. Like, that's kind of what that vibe seems to be. And I appreciate that for what it is. Which is funny. These things are weird. These light holders. Well, crap. Hi there. I do not like ogres. I don't like unstoppable champions. So it stands to reason unstoppable ogres are by far my least favorite enemy in this game. All in all, solid season. I really think. I like this season. I think Season of the Splicer is still my favorite at the current moment. Season of the Splicer was such a good one. You can definitely tell this is where they learned a lot for their storytelling for seasons. But all in all, this was a very good season, and I liked it. Not my favorite, but it's good. One of the emails.
For the Cabal, being disarmed is more shameful than being killed in battle. I imagine it's the same with the Guardians and their light.
The Hive have figured out a way to store our light.
They're creating batteries to power their rituals. We need to shut this down, now.
I wonder if that's going to change I highly doubt the end of these activities would change where we're like not doing the mindscape anymore. That doesn't seem very logical purely from a gameplay mechanic, because those sections are pretty cool. So I'm interested to see I doubt they would. I really highly doubt they would. Like, okay, now we're gonna cut 2/3 of the gameplay of this whole mechanic out. got it. Don't you just sidestep my grenade like that? Rolling around. I don't know what's causing my grenade to spawn so quickly. I am definitely not gonna complain. Okay, good. These out of the way. Now I think all we have left to do is clear the room. Oh, we gotta deposit it in the bell. I always forget that. I always forget that.
That's the hive we need. Chase him down, and my scions will subdue them.
It's a slippery one. Make sure your mind readers can keep up. There are more of those light batteries up ahead.
The hive must be preparing them for transit.
I have the Legion's best warriors prepared to intercept.
Yeah, that's it. Just stand right there. Don't go anywhere.
My scions have contained our subject in the mindscape. There, its beliefs will be laid bare.
You don't have much time. Sever the hive's connection to the light.
I always just like to start off with a Nova Bomb because the earlier you do it, the more time you give yourself to get another one. So that you can kind of be a little more efficient with your supers and do a little bit more damage. I say as I'm dead. Let's go. Papa, don't stop. There we go. So now Savathun here.
Those psychic projections are how Savathun controls her army.
Impale them on your spear.
There's the champion. Okay, what ground pound is this? There we go. Okay, worth it. I took the champion out. Let's see what we got here. Okay, come on. We're almost... I'm pretty sure all three of us are dead. Okay. I'm definitely going to focus on ad clear as opposed to damaging 17. This is a lot of people. And I died. Alright. So this should be the end of the encounter. We should almost be done. Let's see how my team's faring. Okay, they're focusing on champions. And dying. Let's see if we can't stun that overload. Okay, now we're gonna go revive everybody else. Oh, the champion out of the way, the biggest threat's off the board. Now we can focus on 17 and the wizards. Dead. There's a lot of enemies. Oh, are you serious? I could have teleported out of that if I'd let me. She's not the best run, I must say so myself, but hey, at least, you know. There we go. Now we can hopefully try and get a little bit more. There we go. That's a good bit of explosions. That's what I wanted to see. Grenade did a good bit of damage to him. Let's see here. Okay. Oh no! Someone please get his ghost. There we go. Hunter got his ghost. No, we're good. And we are done. There we go.
It pleases me to watch your guardian carve through the hive.
You would have enjoyed the Dark Ages, Empress. It was an endless display of senseless brutality.
And out of all that violence, you survived. I can think of no more fitting credential for my war council.
All in all, I'd say good season. I liked this season. It was fun. Really good story. I like where they take. I'm interested. I'm very interested to see the repercussions of Saladin being on the War Council now. Well, that's it. That's it for Season of the Risen. That's it for the Quest of the Risen. Quest completed. Thank you all so much for joining me on this. I really hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. We're not going to be streaming anymore this month. I'm going to take a look at the beginning of April and going to see when some good times would be for that. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed it as much as I've enjoyed making it. Don't forget to check out the Twitch channel. Sometimes I do kind of spontaneous streams, and I'll be sure and let you know when those are, but you'll get notifications if you follow me. So be sure and do that. Again, hope you enjoyed this. I'll see you again next time. Just make sure you go the way the crow flies.